Welcome to the Enemies of the Fire podcast. This week we talk about, obviously, the Chicago Fire. We dip into Champions League because one of the greatest semifinals in the history of time just happened today. And we're without Jaymes. And this time it's not a pump fake. Jaymes will not be making it tonight. So,
not a surprise move, yeah.
Yeah, without further ado, I am FC Neo Tokyo. That is DPG. And we are the Enemies of the Fire podcast. DPG, how you doing this week?
I'm pretty good. How about yourself?
You know what? I'm fired up because I actually got hella fire stuff to talk about. I gotta say, despite the result, that was probably the funnest game of the year so far by a country mile. I had so much fun. I talked to people. I shook hands. I kissed babies. It was great. It was phenomenal. Anyway, talking about babies. No, that's a bad segue. But the Champions League. Dude, did you see this game? Did you see this game today?
I did not see this game today. No, I saw the score line. It was it looked like it was a crazy back and forth game.
Oh, lucky for me, I have a slow day today. And so just a little bit of background here. So the semifinals of the Champions League was today, the second leg. Barca and Inter were tied 3-3. But Inter had the away goals. So today they played in Milan to a 4-3 barn burner. And, I didn't even remember Champions League was happening. I've kind of hated the new format, so I haven't been totally on. But Jaymes hopped in the chat and was like, are you guys watching this? And then something glorious happened. I remembered I had Paramount on my phone.
Wait, they had it on Paramount?
Duh! That's who has the Champions League.
Oh, no, because I looked it up on Google and it said a CBS.
That's who owns that's the parent umbrella company.
Man. I would have caught that at least the last 20 minutes of that game.
My goodness. So I popped in literally when Barca scored to tie the game 2-2. It's like I literally turned it on, boom, goal happened instantly. But so I did hear some hyperbole. I heard the Jamie Carragers of the world say it was one of the best semifinals in history, but I wouldn't scoff at it. I mean, shame on me. I cannot remember the kid's name. Yamil, the kid, the literal child at Barcelona who's just like a man among boys.
I know. Yeah.
He hit the post late. You know who, low-key, for me, at least the part of the game I could see, was the MVP, was the Iranian striker guy. The guy who was at Porto forever, and then I think he played in the German Bundesliga for a minute. Taremi or whatever. He came in and just, super late in regular time, he stuck somebody. I can't remember who had the ball. Obviously, I was working today, everybody. But anyway, I don't remember who had the ball, but Barca was pushing late, and he stuck somebody and just completely killed it. It was near midfield. It was an amazing stop, which you don't pay that man to do that. And then later he scores. I'm pretty sure he's the one that scored the goal for the winner. I was in the commute home listening to it like it was a baseball game from the fucking 80s.
Jesus, man.
Dude, I can't believe you missed out on this. Now,
I'm gonna watch tomorrow's game. Tomorrow's Arsenal and PSG.
Yes, and so my official guy who talks on the internet about soccer opinion about that game is everything about Arsenal has been cringe forever and always and will never not. I cannot stand the fans. I can't stand any of it. I am PSG till I die tomorrow, baby. I don't even know who's on the team anymore. I think Dembele plays over there, right?
Man, what about Mikel Arteta? I mean, I think he's a good coach.
Yes, but like everything good, it's just before life moved beyond parody, you would call this and be like, man, it's like cult-like behavior. But like it's not. I get that, but just the cult around Arsenal is the thing that just like turns me off of it. But yes, Arteta, I wish that man would
I'm here.
Okay, I was about to say I wish that man would coach the Fire. let's not get it twisted. I would lose my
Nah,
mind.
he's
And,
probably gonna one day he's probably gonna end up coaching like Real Madrid or Barcelona someday.
oh, of course he is. Of course he is. Um. So, oh wait, one more thing before we move on. The Barcelona Inter game today. I did not know this. Like, I have not kept up on European soccer the way I probably should have this season.
Yeah.
But Sommer, one of the best keepers in the Bundesliga, who always kind of got overlooked because of the 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 Bayern guys. What's his name now? Neuer
Neuer,
and
there you go.
Ter Stegen, right? But Sommer, that dude has been amazing for years, and now I guess this is his first year at Inter, and he came up with a couple ginormous saves. Now the post came up with a big save late in that one as well, but
Post got itself involved, huh?
yeah, oh my God, Yamil, and I cannot remember this kid's last name, which I feel like an absolute idiot.
Hold
But
on. Let me see if I can
oh yeah,
pull it up.
he's gonna
Go ahead,
do the
go.
research. But late in a regular time, he had a shot that was so clean, and it went. Oh man, he would have beat the keeper had it been 6 inches to the left. It was
Let me
clean.
Jamal.
Yes,
Is it? Okay, let me know Jamal. Yeah.
dude.
I mean,
Like crazy talent on the field.
you got a lot of young talent. You got Pedri. You got
Pedri, yes,
Jamal.
most certainly. Mm.
So
You know who? Late in the game, I'm pretty sure it was Pedri. I'm pretty sure Pedri came out and Lewandowski came on. And
you see,
oh
I
my
can
God, that
confirm
was the
that.
best. Lewandowski came on late in the game, right?
Oh,
And then
he came on. He came on for Ferran Torres.
oh, that's who it was. That's another kid. That dude's only like 21 years old. But
I'm telling you, man. And you know what's crazy is that Pedri comes out, Gavi comes in.
oh my God,
Like,
another child who is
what?
amazing at
Like,
soccer.
dude, go figure, right, man?
And what's funny is we're gushing over them, but they lost. I I don't know.
Man,
It just, you know what? It's been a while since I've been hyped up about anything other than fire, and that game today got me
yeah.
hyped up. Like, despite my over exaggerated hatred for Arsenal, I can't wait to watch tomorrow and PSG till I die, baby.
Man,
So
if you say Messi still plays for him, I'm gonna laugh at you.
no. Messi's in Miami now. I do have one thing to say. I did hear. I think it was Jamie Carragher. Somebody said something that actually was really smart. They were talking about how, like, you know, they were talking already how people are talking about how this is the best semifinal series in history, or one of, right? And he
Yeah.
was saying, well, you know, if you think back to soccer, I bet some of the greatest games ever are actually the semifinals. Because he's like, it's two legs. Each team has a home game, so you have bigger moments in front of home crowds. You know what I mean? Like, because
Well, didn't
finals can get
Liverpool?
cagey and
Yeah, but
boring.
didn't Liverpool have that crazy ass final with like, was it Liverpool versus AC Milan or something like that?
You're
Was
gonna
it?
have to continue on with the
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
description.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up. It was a. See, I gotta look it up because I remember it was like a crazy final where it was a high scoring game too.
I'll tell you what. The first time I remember caring about the Champions League was Diego Milito scored 2 goals for Jose Mourinho's Inter Milan team to win the Champions League. And I forget who they beat, but they were not supposed to beat them. God, that had to have been 08, 09. No, that had to. Oh, you know what? I take that back. I think I watched the Chelsea Man United one first. I was telling my I was telling my wife at the
You know,
time. I was like, "Hey, man, soccer is great. You should watch this with me."
oh
It's
crap!
exciting, and it was 0-0 till PKs. Anyway, go ahead.
That was a crazy. That was a crazy final. So it was AC Milan versus Liverpool. This was back in 2005. AC Milan scored on the first minute, the 39th minute, and the 44th minute. They were beating Liverpool 3-0. Second half, Liverpool, Gerrard scores on the 54th, someone else scores on the 56th, and then someone else scores at the 60th.
Oh, That's immediately coming out of the tunnel and punching your opponent in the face repeatedly.
And they won the penalties. And they won the penalties. And they won the
It didn't
penalties.
even. They went to penalties. Oh, that's gross. I mean, I am glad like today didn't go to penalties and it was like a play that ended it. You know, like you got to end a soccer game at some point. Whatever. What have you. Anyway, talking about ending, we'll stay in Europe. This is a really sad day for me. This hits me hard, and I feel like it's a recession indicator. It might be a sign of the coming apocalypse. But Harry Kane and Bayern Munich won the Bundesliga. Harry Kane has a plate.
Oh my God, the curse is broken.
Maybe
now England's gonna win the World Cup.
No, God, don't start that shit.
Yeah, now England's gonna win the World Cup. Harry Kane broke the curse.
No, he just went somewhere that it was impossible to lose. If he spent more than 1 year, like last year was the funniest year in existence.
I
right?
know. Yeah, last year kind of reinforced that curse. We're like, oh my God, Harry Kane is gonna like derail Bayern Munich.
I wish to live a day long enough to see Bayern Munich fighting off relegation, kind of like how Man United is this season.
Nah, bro, you're never gonna see that, bro, because your best chance to see Bayern Munich struggle was probably in the 90s when it was basically down to Dortmund and Bayern Munich most of the time.
Oh man, do you remember those boring ass Bayern Munich Dortmund Champions League final? God, what year was that? I can't remember. God, was that boring. But we all know how I feel about German soccer. Anyway, Harry Kane, phenomenal player. Honestly, I was rooting for him to get a trophy until he signed for Bayern. Because obviously I don't like Bayern. So I'm like, I want to see them fail. So it would be even funnier.
Well, my thing what's funny is that you thought that he was going to win a trophy with fucking Tottenham Hotspurs.
No, I hoped for him. I didn't think he was going to win with Tottenham.
And the thing is, you know how I feel about Tottenham? They're that team that always builds like a good team, and you think they're going to win the trophy, and they're in the fight, and then they never win.
Well, I don't know if you remember. I could be crazy. But the Leicester year, so we're talking 10 years ago now, the Leicester title run, wasn't Tottenham like paced with them all season in second, and then like in the last month just cratered and got passed by like City? So then it was like, or somebody passed them. So it was Leicester, like Chelsea or City, and
they couldn't keep up with it.
Yeah, whoever. But like, dude, that was their season. That was their chance, and Leicester City took it from them, which pour one out for Leicester City. We love you around here, or at least I do.
You know, it's crazy. Tottenham hasn't won a trophy since like, what, the 80s?
I reject the notion Tottenham has ever won a trophy. Hold on. to the internet.
Yeah.
But what's your point?
No, because the only reason I remember that is because I actually saw that documentary on, was it Netflix? The one that talks about that Argentine player that played for Tottenham in the early 80s before the Falkland Wars. I forgot what it was called.
Oh my God, I know nothing of this. Yeah,
there's a documentary.
Find out what it's called and we will watch it.
Yeah, I'll look it up, man. But it's pretty good because I could have sworn I thought they won they won it in the 80s, that they even came out with a song kind of like the Chicago Bears Shuffle, you know. I thought they came out with a song.
Oh, you know what? English teams be doing that all the time, or at least were in the 80s and 90s. They was all about that shit because there is hella records of just drunkard like soccer players mumbling over terrible like synth rock.
Ooh.
All right. Okay. I will take this, but wait, there is no fucking way that Tottenham has won the FA Cup 8
Was it
times?
the FA? They might have. Oh crap! I'm trying to think when.
What's a League Cup? Apparently they won that in 07-08. I don't believe any of this. None of this makes any sense. They've won European titles.
They won that's what it was. They won the FA Cup.
Oh man. I don't.
They won it in 80, 81.
Well, they won it in
81,
90,
82.
91.
Oh, okay, that might have been it.
Technical problems. All right. All right, so I guess we'll talk about one last thing before we get out of Europe here. Can you pronounce this young man's name? Rodrigo
Huescas.
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 What the fuck? Yeah,
Okay.
Huescas.
Huescas.
Yes. Okay, remember, don't say it like you're trying to sound it in English. Just say Huescas.
Huescas. Okay, Rodrigo Huescas. All right. So Mr. Rodrigo Huescas has been sentenced to 20 days in prison, and the reason we bring him up is he's not just some random dude. He plays for Copenhagen, or played. I'm not 100% sure of his employment status currently, but I'm pretty sure. So he's gonna serve some time in Denmark, which is probably better than going to work here in America. But it's probably
like staying at the Ritz-Carlton.
It probably actually is rehabilitating people with mental health care. Anyway, pie in the sky ideas aside, so what did he do?
Oh man, was he? Yeah, he was speeding.
He was speeding. And I know a lot of people already. I've seen it on the internet, and I heard it from Jaymes as soon as I posted about this, talking about how crazy it is he's going to jail for speeding. But I would like to explain this to you. So, kilometers per hour, what the fuck is a kilometer, right? He was going 111 in a 50. that like, Celsius, it's like 22 degrees is freezing and 24 degrees is like, blistering hot. Anyway, I'm sorry. That's my Americanness showing. Anyway, I digress. So, in relation to miles per hour for our American listeners, that's going 70 in a 30. That is for our Chicago listeners, as if I got out on Damon and got going 70 miles an hour down Damon.
Dude,
Damon.
You know what's crazy is that it happens all the time.
Well, it does.
Good luck on this.
I live right by the Kennedy. I be hearing them dragging late at night. But,
bro,
dude.
And this guy's getting 20 days in prison for it.
I mean, you got going 70 in a 30. You know how many people crossing the road? How many people, like how many kids, like, riding their bike, or how many people you could have just
depends what time. Depends what time. Because if it's, like, in the middle of the night, there's a kid riding your bike in the middle.
You see less. Dude, granted, I don't believe he was drunk, or else that probably would have led the conversation.
Oh, that would have yeah. That would have made its way to the press.
But you know what? Here's how I feel personally. I don't hate the 20 days in jail. I honestly believe that we should stop looking at people who have been to jail like it's the biggest fucking deal ever. Like, that's the point of jail. Did you do something wrong? Okay, here's how long you're in trouble. After that, you shouldn't be in trouble anymore. Like, whatever.
Yeah, you would. And they just, what's crazy? They just skip through probation. Like, no probation. You're going straight to jail.
20 days, though. Now, granted, if he was working the mines and he had a family, I'd probably be like, what the fuck? But being a footballer, what's a 20-day vacation, quote unquote? You know what I mean?
And then what is it? He's in Copenhagen, so
it's like
Copenhagen.
It's like when you sing in a metal band, you're all tatted up. You're not trying to get an office job after that, right? Like, what's 20 days in jail? Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Anyway.
And who knows how the prison system is over there? It's probably a lot more lax than what we have here.
Probably a little bit more respect being thrown around in all directions. I mean, it's probably still hard. You still in jail. Like, I'm not going to pretend like that shit, it doesn't suck. But no, it's, hopefully he learns from it. It maybe it's a little bit much, but again, being a footballer, it's an example for the kids.
Don't drive fast.
Don't drive fast. All right, so I'm so concerned. I'm not sure if I want to put a commercial break here or just jump into MLS. So you'll know if you're watching what I did.
Yeah, we're probably gonna take a commercial break. It's weird going from Europe to MLS.
All right, that's actually a phenomenal idea. We'll be right back. We love you. Peace. Welcome back, fellow enemies of the fire. Sorry.
You got too excited there, man.
I know. I
Only
love
talking
it.
about MLS.
Dude, I'm so excited. It's so early compared to when we normally record. Anyway.
Yeah. It is.
Oh my God. All right. Could you hear me during all of that? Okay. Sorry. Anyway, so this intro is perfect for what we're about to talk about. We're about to talk about MLS. And MLS, you know what? It gets a lot of shit, and I'm not going to play that game anymore. I don't care how the league is seen. I'm having fun. You dance like nobody's watching, right? So, the Kansas City Wizards. Oh my God.
Oh, you went there, bro. You literally said the Kansas City Wizards. Wow.
Dude, that's better
Still
than
stuck in 2001.
I was playing video games with my buddy, and I said tonic and sales. Anyway.
Tonic and what? You be smoking too much of that shit,
I know,
man. That's
right? Anywho, I digress. So Sporting KC won a soccer game without registering a single shot.
It was an act of God goal.
Yeah. So if I just told you that and you had no idea what team gave that goal up, who would you say gave that goal up?
And it's funny you mentioned that because I did mention that earlier before we started recording. I'm like, the fuck, they won with an own goal? And then you said, yeah, they did.
But I mean, what team has been so down bad that you would guess like, oh, of course, that's who that happened to?
Well, yeah, LA is cursed this season. You know, it's just
the LA Galaxy. 11
Yeah,
games and 0 wins. This is Chicago. Chicago Fire at least usually wins a couple games at the beginning of a crappy season just to be like, hey, shut up, critics, and then this falter, But they haven't won a game. I think they have 5 points, dude. This is bad.
Do we play them this year? Because I swear to God, if the Fire give them the first win, I'm gonna be pissed.
We play them. Oh, we might not play them this year because we play San Diego.
Okay.
And we play LAFC.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we get the other West Coasties. So,
Okay.
what is wrong in LA?
You know what? It's gonna cost Greg Vanney his job. That's a given. Because LA tends to be a team that wants results. They're gonna someone's head's gonna roll this season.
Well, somebody would disagree with you about that.
Yeah, Ricky Puig. He hates the fact that they want Greg Vanney out, but management is gonna be like, well, what the fuck has he done? Who knows? He might even go too.
If that is the case, see you later, KDB. Go fuck yourself. I will take Ricky Puig on the revenge tour every day and twice on Sunday, bro.
It's gonna be hard to keep Ricky Puig happy in LA if Greg Vanney's gone because he flat out went on Twitter.
He went to the mat for him. It's not like when a Messi hires a guy, right? It's not like when Beckham hired Ruud Gullit, right? Wait, no, Gus hit it. No,
it was Ruud.
It was Ruud Gullit. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like when that happened. This is like a guy who they hired a guy. They hired an MLS lifer, by the way, and the FC Barcelona academy product came over and was like, I love this man. You don't blame this man. And I almost don't. I almost feel like this is the best argument on planet Earth to get rid of the salary cap. Because
that's been the argument with everybody. It's a salary cap. This is a salary cap's fault.
No, but this is the biggest example of it. Ricky Puig is a sicko. He bought into MLS. He wants glory. He was here. He is here to resurrect.
He got it last year. So
he did. He literally wants more. And so because the money is tied up in him, you know what I mean? And he's hurt for the year. They can't replace him. You can't replace a guy like that, like you can in other leagues.
That's the thing. And when he comes back, is he still going to be the same Ricky Puig?
I think so. Like how many?
You might have like a Josep Martinez situation where the guy gets a freaking major injury and is not the same guy anymore.
You could, which I feel like more times than not, guys are coming back from injuries, whereas back when we first started watching sports, it was the other way around.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
like,
you're all hopped up on that Jordan Morris crap, you know. Oh my God, he's hurt. Oh, he comes back and scores 5 goals. Really?
Jordan Morris wasn't just hurt. I want you to understand that as
Morris,
legend foretold, Jordan Morris has risen from the dead to carry the load of all of your sins.
In an alternate reality, freaking Jordan Morris goes and plays in Germany and then goes and plays for Bayern Munich, and it's like a 5-time Bundesliga winner and a Golden Boot winner. Just say
maybe go ask Jordan Morris how he likes his life. He's gonna say it's square and awesome.
It's square and awesome. I got a dog. You know, me and my girlfriend bought a place together. Yeah, bullshit, man.
Fucking dog's gotta be dead by now, right? Anyway. Whoa, we ventured far off the path. Honestly,
who said that story? Was that Jermaine Jones? Was it Jermaine Jones?
So, like, you ever hung out in a group of friends and you're really good buddies and you just like, and two of them fight and you're just like, no, I like both of you. Stop. That's how Jermaine Jones and Jordan Morris is for me. I'm just like, no.
Oh my
please,
God, man! It's because
play nice.
When Jermaine Jones said the story, that was freaking hilarious, man. Like he literally he even mimicked a little bit Jordan Morris's voice. Like he said, "Oh yeah, you know, me and my girl, you know, my parents got us a dog," and you got Jermaine Jones like looking at him like, "What?"
I mean, different people have different priorities in their life. You know what I'm saying?
I guess.
How did we get back on Jordan Morris? Get out of here.
Right.
Okay, whatever. Right. We're done bitching about the Galaxy. I don't even care. Although, big shout out. Fuck, I forget both of their names. I'm a terrible human being. But I met two people who actually are season ticket holders for the Fire and LA. Because they actually both...
Okay, that's a waste.
They both met each other and lived in LA for a long time and were in the Riot Squad, and then they now both live in Chicago. So
is it that one cat that's on the Discord group? Mike
not
McGee's
sure
number
about
one.
that, but anyway, I met these cats.
I told him LA, you know, FLA, you know, I don't care much for that team or that city, you know. So he replied back with a thank you. I'm like, yeah, you're welcome. My 2 cents. But anyways,
my 2 cents. So, all right. Before we get any further, let's stick in LA. Of course, more LA talk. Okay. So, I don't know what the hell is happening, but this farcical tournament, the Club World Cup, apparently has issues with CONCACAF, which finally, y'all forever just ignore whatever. It's it's Mad Max world over here. We got closed systems. We got multiple ownership. We got third-party player ownership. Fucking FIFA not caring.
We got gentlemen deals going to the table.
Oh my God,
going on.
North America is the prison planet of soccer nations. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah,
it's about the whole.
They got all sorts of their panties are. Listen, I like the FIFA rules. But whatever. At this point, it's whatever. But they got their panties in a bunch. So Club Leon, apparently, from what I can tell, again, I didn't do a ton of research, but like qualified for the Club World Cup, which I don't know. There's like 42 teams. Everything's terrible. It's gonna be ugly.
I don't even know how they qualified.
I don't even know. I have no idea.
Was there a qualifier?
Yeah, like if you win Champions League, and then if you won your league, and then you won that league, and then you like did this, or if you signed Messi, like you get in. Like I don't know, but
yeah, it's just weird. Sign Messi is a prerequisite now. Okay.
Yeah, because remember last year the whole deal was like it was gonna be the winner of the East and the West or whatever. Or it was going to be something, and then they were like, no, actually, it's the winner of the Supporters Shield because Miami won the Supporters Shield.
I like how FIFA like makes all these rules on the fly and shit. Like,
that's CONCACAF and MLS, dude. FIFA got rules, we just don't fucking follow them. But anyway, so the issue with Club Leon is the same owner owns them as owns Pachuca. from my understanding. From my limited
Yep.
Jorge
He's double dipping, yeah.
What was that guy's name?
I don't
Gringo
know
Torres?
what? No, what?
Something Jose Torres. The guy who played for the US, they called him Gringo. But he had like an assassin's name where it was 3 names. It was something Fernando Torres, whatever. I don't care anymore.
No, so he's the owner of Pachuca?
No, he's not the owner. Never mind. You just told
right,
no, the guy who played for the US, I'm saying, like some old player. Anyway.
Herculez Gomez?
Oh.
He's an LA guy too.
We should buy a team. Anyway. So they just said fuck it. What's popular teams? And LAFC and Club America are gonna have a playoff to see who goes to the Club World Cup.
Yeah, they just said, okay, who can fill the stadiums?
Yeah, exactly. Just literally vibes. They're like, yo, let's do a vibes check. Vibes check.
And then at the same time, you got to wonder that the favorite's going to be Club America.
Oh my God! If Club America should win that game.
You could have put a random ass team from like Central America to face America. You know, it would have made a difference. Like I think the whole stadium is going to be all. Where are they going to have this playoff game? I swear to God, if it's in LA, that means that's it. It's a done deal.
It's in America. Is it in LA is the question. I forget. Hold on. God, I should have actually researched. It's
probably going to be in the Rose Bowl. It's probably going to be in the Cowboy Stadium. It might even be in Phoenix.
It's
They're going to find a place that they can fit as many people as they can.
Oh, yo, they own Club Leon, Pachuca, and Alajuelense.
Yeah,
Alajuelense. My bad.
Man, that's a deep ownership right there, man. I mean, they got their hands in different cookie jars there.
Probably a TV company, right?
They got a Costa Rican team. They got 2 Mexican teams. Man.
Anyway, I can't find it right now. It's
we'll find. I think it's gonna be predetermined, and it's gonna turn into. Oh, by the way, we're gonna play it at the Rose Bowl.
Predetermined. I mean, you're not wrong. This is a complete, absolute waste of time.
Determined. To be determined. Oh, by the way, it's gonna be at the Rose Bowl.
It's like oh God, it's like slam ball or some shit. It's a bastardization of what we hold dear. I don't know. Maybe it's not. I
just find it weird. You LAFC. Well, man, they just.
Okay.
If LAFC pulls the upset, yeah, that's CONCACAF is gonna be pretty pissed off.
Oh my God! Thank God we're recording early, so I could actually add some of this stuff to the podcast. I forgot. Did you see what I put in the chat? So we're gonna close out with something very funny. So a Colorado Rapids fan was, I don't know, they were doing a survey or they were like entering something or they were answering something, and the team had a drop-down box that was like, what kind of Rapids fan are you? Diehard fan? You eat, sleep, breathe Rapids? Are you a casual fan? The Rapids are cool, but not your whole personality? Social sports fan? You attend games with friends for a fun night out? Family sports fan? You attend games with your family? Or a business fan? You like to impress clients and employees with Rapids tickets?
Oh my God. They're going to look at you like, are you trying to... Yeah, good luck trying to impress anybody Rapids tickets.
All right. I'm going to say this, and I'm dead ass when I tell you this. I've been in sales for a long time. I wouldn't necessarily call what I do sales anymore, but I've been in sales for a long time, and I was at a big corporation at a small company. Love the small company. But at the big corporation, we had Cubs tickets. They were dog shit. We had Blackhawks tickets. They was dog shit. Like, I'm talking competition has boxes at these things, right? And I literally called the fire people. I got the person on the horn. I sent the official, email. I got the pricing. It was like, so you know what it costs to have seats at the Cubs. You know what I'm saying? For a season.
Yeah, it's
pricey.
Outrageous. Yeah, I think they quoted me at one time I put my name in the waiting list, and they actually reached back out to me like a couple of years later. I think it was like it was like 3,500 or something like that. For one
3,500.
seat. For one seat in a nosebleed somewhere.
Oh, nosebleeds. Okay. No. Like when I say they were shitty seats, they weren't like I said, the competition, like when you see people at the Cubs game, that's the competition of my former company taking people to the games. Like when you see them in every pitch.
Yeah.
That's the seats they had. We had like along the first baseline. Anyway, I digress. And I would preach to them that we were throwing money down the table because nobody wanted to sit in these stupid seats. They couldn't always get customers to go. I was like, dog, for 13 grand, we could have had a box the entire season at Toyota Park for the
Oh my
Fire.
God,
And
that
I was
is
like,
true,
they were
yeah.
like, no electrician wants to go see the soccer game. I was like, who gives a shit? Just ball out at a sports event.
Well, I mean,
You're just
they had a
balling
point
out in a
there.
box. Like,
I think they kind of have a point because like now that we're at Soldier Field, it's like I don't know if it's just me or whatever or
it is just no, it's the
I
narrative.
it just sort of park feels so small and so like second division of I don't know.
Oh, it does feel like a little bit of a downgrade, but we will get to that in a little bit because I'm actually stupid excited about tomorrow, like extremely excited. Anyway, I digress. So I thought that was funny. I really for 13
Where are you sitting at? Where are you sitting at tomorrow?
I'm going to be in the section.
Do you really want to be there?
Oh yeah.
You really want to be there?
That's dude. I'm
You
gonna
don't want to
tell.
be by the tunnel?
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I
You
have
don't want to be by the tunnel?
no. Oh, do you got tickets?
Right next to the tunnel, baby.
Fuck.
If you want, because if you want them, I'll give them to you. Like I literally have the whole row next to the tunnel. And if you want to talk crap like I did years ago, shout out to Michael Bradley. I mean,
Damn it! All right, we'll see. We will talk about that off air.
Okay.
But anyway, I want to know: does anybody who listens to this show, if you're at this point, please comment. Has anyone's company ever had an MLS ticket? Have you ever gone to a company event that was an MLS thing? Ever? I need to know because
I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for my company to get involved with MLS. They're involved with the NFL. Why can't they be involved with the MLS too?
I tried. I actually, when Atlanta first started, I have American Family Insurance, right? So I tried to finesse a Joseph Martinez jersey out of my insurance agent.
Oh wow! Did it work?
Hell no, it didn't work. You'd see that shit hanging up somewhere.
Yeah.
Hell no, it didn't work. Anyway, all right, man. We had a lot of fun. Let's come back and close out this show with the whole reason why we do this thing, the Chicago Fire. Now,
Let's do it.
Now, Jaymes is usually king of this, but help us hit our goal of 500 subscribers. We are close, man. We're getting there. This is a fun channel and stuff and things. So,
Yeah.
Anyway, we will be right back. Peace. Welcome back, fellow enemies of the Fire. This is a very special segment of the Chicago Fire because you're here. How you doing? DPG, I don't know why I'm smiling, but we're here to discuss the Chicago Fire and their loss, their 0-0 loss to Orlando.
So there's two trains of thoughts here. Had we played with 11 men on the field, it would have definitely felt like a loss if we stayed 0-0.
100.
Especially with all those chances, But, huge but, the fact that our goalkeeper got overzealous and decided, whatever you call that, jump in midair and not get the ball at all.
Well, it was outside of the
Got him
box.
some. It was outside of the box. He got himself red carded. There were, uh, that ref. He's known to give out easy red cards, anyways. And after that, it was like most of the match. It felt like the Fire were fighting for their lives. And then, at the same time, they were trying to fight for a win. It's just
You know what? That's a word that you couldn't use around this team for a lot of years is fight. And it don't matter how they fought. The fact that they fought, period, like, made me feel better. Before we get in the nitty gritty, I'll put you into my headspace. I actually had a blast at this game. The fiance skipped out, which it happens. I'm dragging her to Bridgeview tomorrow, so it's fine. But so I actually ended up talking to a lot of different people at the tailgate, and then hung out with some of those old heads that I had met a couple weeks before and stuff. And I was just having a blast. I got into the stadium. I got the giveaway, the camouflage, it
happens, bro.
Camouflage flag. Jeez, say that a couple times. And then the section, here's a time for an update with the section.
Oh my God, is it still divided?
No, it is getting better. There are growing pains to it, but the picnic section is gone. The Section 8 kids, I mean, I guess it's all Section 8, right? But the barn burners, the red lines, the what have yous have all scooched over into where that picnic section was, and then sectors stayed put. Slight metaphor there. But either way, the chants are becoming united. The things are getting a little bit better. Now, there was a slight scuffle that I swear to God, I left my standing spot. I got a pretzel. I was back in 90 seconds. I swear to you, there was not a single person in line. I got a pretzel. All she did was grab it and hand it to me. I was back to my seat in 90 seconds, and I missed said scuffle. So I don't know what happened, but it did kill the vibe. It killed the vibe because, nobody was chanting for a while because there was some drama, and then you had fucking security up all over the place, and that really kind of killed the fan vibe for a hot minute. And then they came back together. So that's my section update. Things are looking better. I'm very proud of everyone. Thank you for all putting aside your garbage so we can all sing and have a good time and drink together. Now, for the game. You brought up the Brady thing.
Yeah.
It was soft. It was soft.
I don't think it was soft, but it's like at the same time, you cannot just give that guy a yellow card for that.
You have to. It's outside of the box. It's not even in the box.
No. It's not in the box, but the fact that you just come out, you didn't make a play for the ball. You literally just got in front of the guy. I hate. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I wish it would have been a yellow, but even I could fucking see that a mile away. I'm like, yeah, that's a red card.
In the stadium, it felt very yellow.
Yeah.
Now I will say this: the ref was completely against us. 100,000%.
You know what? I see that ref a couple of times. That guy doesn't like us, man. I'll just leave it at that.
Whatever it is, right? I don't have these great conspiracies like this ref has been a fan of Orlando since the day he was born. But it was lopsided, man. It was not good. But again, the team fought. The team fought, which is something good to see. Now another good. Cups, man. We started a 16-year-old in the center of defense.
You know what? For that being his first start, he was a little shaky at times, but he did a lot better than whatever was there before him.
He looked stable. He is a physical specimen. This dude is 16. He's gigantic. He is a physical specimen. Bro. Now,
so you're telling me the man hasn't even hit his growth spurt, so that man could be like a tank. He could be a destroyer, basically.
Adama Traore type. But no, so I was impressed by the kid. I'm a little hesitant to lose my mind. I mean, like I'm ready to lose my mind for
I
Oregel.
wouldn't.
I feel
I
like we
wouldn't
were
start him every
watching,
game.
huh?
I wouldn't start him every game. I don't think. I mean, then again, I'm not coaching this team. Like me personally, I will actually rotate him a lot more frequent because you don't want to burn him out. You don't want to, I mean, I know your philosophy is throw him to the wolves.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I think
especially
him being.
now, if your options are Omar, who like, signing Omar, I hoped you could squeeze some juice out of that lemon, but there's no more left, and that happens to people. It happens. I don't hate you, Omar, but like, like in the current situation, where are we? I don't know, man. You got to make the playoffs, though. I don't know. I might wood chipper that kid. Yeah, start him every game.
I think, considering that this is Greg's first year, I think there's going to be a lot of cleaning up to do at the end of the season. It's he's going to clean house a little bit more. I mean, last year they did a pretty decent job, but you kind of felt that the job was not fully complete yet.
I was never going to be complete in one season. It's just you got to finish ninth, dog.
I get that. But like, if we're top heavy and our defense sucks,
there are reasons to be enthused. It just, what kind of sucks is the more I'm watching Greg Berhalter, I'm like already dodging tomatoes. He almost would do better with like a really, really good team. Like I'm talking like a Leverkusen or some shit. Because like he's actually good at cycling the players and getting them like they go in periods of where they play a bunch. Like he rotates pretty, like he's good at rotating. So if he almost had higher level players 1 through 25, it might be scary what he could do.
Well, here's the thing. I to kind of add a wrinkle to that, I felt that he should not have taken out Bamba.
You have to do Bamba. Listen,
you have to keep Bamba and feel like you could have just taken out Pineda.
But you need Pineda in the current situation because, like, let's not pretend. There's a reason why Cups looked well, and part of that is Pineda playing some defense too. And like, I'm not gonna give him all the credit in the world. This isn't suck off Pineda time. But what I'm saying is like you kind of needed him still for cover because when Omar came in, Omar did not come in for Cups. Omar came in for.
Was Oregel playing?
Gutman.
You could have taken.
Oregel started.
You could have taken out. Yeah, you could have taken out Oregel.
You never take out Oregel. Oregel is the future. Oregel will be winning Champions League finals in like 5 to 10 years from now.
That's wow. That's
UEFA Champions League finals. This dude, Oregel will be sold for $70 million soon. He's the truth. Anyway,
not even Guti, just Oregel, straight to Oregel.
Straight to Oregel. Guti is a
what did I say? Guti is gonna have that spell where he's gonna be inconsistent, and I've been saying it since like the beginning of I've been saying it for years. Guti is a mixed bag, and I even said it prior to the start of the season. I'm like, if Guti cannot stay consistent for the whole year, they're probably gonna shop him around in the summer. I honestly think
I'm gonna push back on you for just a split second. Do you not feel like the utter evisceration of the midfield through injury and the lack of cohesion hasn't been a factor?
So let me ask you this: would you rather take Guti, or would you rather take like Kevin De Bruyne?
De Bruyne. Yeah.
Here. Let's say.
Okay.
Let's say we don't get. Let's say we don't get KDB. Would you take Guti, or would you take Ricky Puig type of player?
Oh my God, Ricky Puig! Oh my God, every day, every day.
All right then. So don't give me that. Don't give me that. Oh yeah, Guti, and I'm gonna push back a little bit because I'm telling you, when you put your cards on the table,
Well, here's my kind of current stand on Guti. He is ever proving to be a luxury player,
okay,
and
yeah.
we have such problems in the midfield. We have no time for luxury currently. If we had,
Well, the
if
problem is,
KDB and Acosta and Guti were in a midfield together, the three of them, but it'd have to be Acosta from last season and before. It'd have to be KDB who isn't
yeah,
dead.
because Acosta is gonna be probably one of the ones that we're gonna lose at the end of this season. I think he only has like a 2-year contract, anyways. Correct me if I'm wrong, but um,
I don't know. Let me ask you real quick. I'm sorry. Can I ask you
yeah,
a question?
sure.
I feel like Acosta isn't bad yet. Like I don't feel like with Omar. Omar is past it, and no matter what Omar does, Omar Gonzalez, I don't know if he's ever going to be able to rekindle what he's got. And again, not literally, and it happens to everyone. It just happens. I don't think that's what's happened to Acosta this year. I feel like Acosta must have some kind of like hamstring or some kind of muscle problem that has bothered him and has caused him to play so much worse this season.
Well, here's the thing though, is that yeah, that may be true. You would think that the man would just say, I got to go to surgery, and just call it for the season. Uh, but is it just me, or he's been on a downward trend since he left, let's say FC Dallas?
I would not say that. No. Because remember he was a part of that revitalized Colorado team that they didn't win the supporter shield, but didn't they win the West or something crazy one year?
I don't know about
Like
that, but what I'm saying is,
Acosta had 2 European deals after FC Dallas, not to mention the like as he was leaving SC Dallas, he had 2 European deals fall through. Like
yeah,
league and other team could not like no, I would not agree with
okay,
your statement. I will say he has had up and down years. But again, it's like,
okay,
what happens when you're a grinder and you don't give a shit and you're like playing hurt because you're that 110% guy. And then like you look back at his career and you're like, wow, you kind of had a shitty 2017, didn't you? It's like, my foot was barely hanging on, So, it's who knows. I still have faith in Acosta to be able to turn this thing around even before the end of the year. But I hope he does because I guess that brings us to a negative. DJ and Kouame both were on the field at the end of this game. And there's no cohesion. Welcome back. Technical difficulties. Producer Jaymes, dude, it needs to be his name is Producer Jaymes. Jaymes,
James, there you go.
If you can't tell, Jaymes does the production and I do the editing. Anyway, so we were talking about Kouame and DJ.
Yeah, DJ's not worth the $4 million that we paid for him. I don't care what you guys say. He needs more time. Blah blah blah. But I have not seen one single flash that this guy might have some potential.
What if he only hits the cap at like 50 grand?
If we spend $4 million, if he only hit 50 grand, then yeah, fine. I guess
100 grand. Like he's under one of those weird contracts.
Body. Yeah, he's probably just a warm body then. That's fine. Kouame, what's keeping me from like saying something bad from him is that goal that he scored.
Oh yeah, no, it was beautiful, wasn't it?
Yeah, so it's like if we could get more of that, there you go.
He tried. He wanted to unload on a few. It just wasn't happening for him. I don't know, man. I guess it's good to see him on the field. Like the thing is, it's good to get Cups these minutes, and it's good to get those guys on the field and not lose a game. right? I mean, it was at
Yeah.
home, so you'd much rather win a game. But like, if you're
Yeah.
already down a guy from the 37th minute on, you were down a guy, and it didn't look
Yeah.
like it. You know, it was like the possession was pretty split. You know what I mean? The Fire looked the more dangerous team when they had the opportunities. Like Duncan McGuire had one really good opportunity that Gall saved. Now, or actually, he had a couple. Gall had like two good, decent saves. Gall, and you know, God bless the kid. He did not play out of the back.
Yeah. Oh my God. Gall said us.
Nah, he was
Screw
like,
that noise.
nah, this is
We're
not
not
how I'm
taking
going
that.
down. I'm not going down like that.
Good luck, Captain.
So I mean, you know, it is what it is. So I need verification of this. I literally almost texted. Ugh, what? I'm a fucking boomer. I almost tweeted at Alex Calabrese to ask if this was true. Serena was in the crowd and she's pointing and she goes, "Oh my God, Tom Barlow shaved his head." And I was like, "What?" And I'm looking, and she's like, "See right there." And I couldn't see him. I couldn't find it. I need
What is he?
clarification that like did Tom
Barlow
Barlow
did not shave his head. I can't see it. Is this like supposed to be in support of like Gutman and Gaspar and it?
he thought it was like a cancer ward and he was like, "Oh, we'll shave our heads."
Oh my God!
Oh, I'm sorry, I take that back. No, so we didn't see Tom Barlow. Like, you know,
Yeah,
boy,
I'm surprised. It almost felt that game almost felt like a Tom Barlow game. Like I felt like he was gonna come on.
you know, up until the last second, I still felt like we could have broke through, and that's a thing
Yeah.
I haven't felt in a long time. Like this team is different. Things are different. I was talking to somebody before the game, and I was like, and this moves perfectly into the Detroit game. So tomorrow night, the Chicago Fire go back to their previous home, once known as Toyota Park, but now in a SeatGeek Stadium in Bridgeview, Illinois.
Lovely Bridgeview, Illinois.
Lovely, it's sunny Bridgeview, Illinois. Anyway, that's factory town, baby. You buy Midway and you buy factories.
Yeah, you're literally by a factory like down the block. It's steam and shit coming out from the pipes or whatever.
All of the Midwest corn syrup. What is it? High fructose corn syrup coming out of there.
Yeah, that's
Used to calling them. Anyway, I digress. So, I was talking to somebody and I was like, "This is the quintessential. The Fire are the laughing stock of MLS and get worked by Detroit, who rolls deep up into their house." And guy was like, "Yeah, but things are different, man. You can't predict this year." And I'm like, "You know what? You are correct. The Fire,
you can't predict.
Sometimes they do Fire stuff, but for the most part, everything's different. Doesn't mean it's all better, but everything is different."
You actually have a better chance of like the Fire like freaking stealing a win. Like
I really thought we were gonna steal that. I really
God.
thought we could steal that.
I always get the vibes that Fire are gonna steal a win like a kid's gonna steal candy from a candy store. You're just gonna run in there, grab the candy, and get out. You know.
No stealth, just smash and grab.
Yeah, just smash and grab and get out.
So, we talked about the Brady red card, which, you know,
Sucks.
But
why, Brady? Why?
Why? But before he serves his suspension, we get him tomorrow night against Detroit.
We do.
So,
You know what? You gotta go full force. You gotta go full force, man.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm 100. You have to go 100%. I would rather watch a lineup of 11 Fire 2 players play Atlanta on Saturday and win this Detroit game with the number one starters. Speaking of the number one starters, are we worried about Jonathan Bomba yet?
Why, is he hurt?
No, he's always in the right place, but he has shot the last 4 times he shot clear goal scoring opportunities right at the keeper.
It's gonna come. It's gonna come. All right. The goal is gonna come. All right. In reality, we just need him to make. We just need him to make chances. That's all it is. We need him to set up Kuipers. We need him to
Yeah,
set up
but boy, when you're
his
but
team.
if you've got that speed and that talent to be alone 1-on-1 on the keeper, you can't be 0 for 2 in the last 2 games.
No. Keep in mind, Gillespie's not a bad goalkeeper.
I was telling I was talking in the section. I was like, I looked at their lineup. I was like, I have never heard of a single player on Orlando's team other than Duncan McGuire, and I had to read his name first to remember he was there.
Gillespie is actually the starting goalkeeper for the Peruvian national team.
Oh, I did not know that.
So if you think about that for a while, you're in a national team that goes through hell to make it to the World Cup.
You're right.
So you compare that to MLS. It's I'm not surprised that
it's
he
a
made
cakewalk, baby.
Yeah, you go from like defending Peru against Messi, against your Ronaldos of Brazil and your Ronaldinhos and all those guys, and Neymar's, to freaking defending against freaking you go to defending against the cat that we have on our bench.
Well,
what's
true.
his face?
Tom Barlow. Yeah.
Tom Barlow. You go.
You're seeing
1 week
shots
you're
from the
stopping
world's greatest, and then you're seeing shots
Yeah.
from Tom Barlow. Okay.
So,
You know what? You're not wrong. You're not wrong about that. Now, do you share my fear of this Detroit game?
I kind of have a little inkling, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a little, I got that little feeling in my stomach. Like I really don't want us to be embarrassed at Toyota Park.
I feel like they're gonna ride hard. They're gonna roll hard into our stadium, and I'm not gonna like it. And I really hope we shut up the fan base. I really hope we win this game.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Because I mean, come on, it's Detroit. They're the ones that said they're too good for MLS, but I think in reality, is MLS is too good for Detroit. I'm gonna say it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that. They're all talking. Oh yeah, but it's not gonna be community. Yeah, bro, it's not gonna be community. Of course it's not. It gets you on the dinner table, right? You leave the little kids table.
Us, man.
Yeah, you're gonna leave the little kids table and you're moving on to the big people table. That's what it is like to go to MLS. Now, if you think you're too good for the big table, then stay your ass in the little table. All right.
So, I'm excited, dude. We're gonna go straight from work. We're gonna tailgate. We're gonna do the whole damn thing, man. It's gonna be so much fun. And the Fire better win, please, for the love of God, win the game.
Oh man, yeah. We don't want to have no freaking Detroit fans losing their minds. Like, oh my God, we just beat an MLS team. Oh my God.
We'll have to wait years to undo this if we lose this game.
Yeah, like, oh my God, they're gonna be like, we just beat an MLS team. Oh my God, it's this is how the world was like winning the World Cup is. So
I'm still very angry about that Cincinnati game that was on ESPN.
I'm pissed off.
I'm
pissed off of the Cincinnati game. Man, freaking Cincinnati fans. I mean, I want to hate your team, but you guys are pretty decent people. Let's see. I definitely hate that Omaha team that beat us a few years ago.
I didn't watch that game. I didn't go to that game. I didn't know, but apparently there was blood.
Was it
feuds.
Omaha? Yeah, it was Omaha.
Yeah, Omaha. Apparently there was blood feuds beginning in that game. There is a real hatred among the fan bases.
Yeah, like I want us to play Omaha again. I want to like beat the crap out of them, and that's it. Like end their USL career. Like the team just disbands.
We beat them so bad they were relegated to hell. And
they just ownership decided to disband the team. Type of.
You got a prediction?
I think we could, if we play the starting 11. If we play our main starting 11.
We're not. You know he'll
You
mix
think
it
we're
up
not
a
gonna?
bit.
Fuck, man. Greg, don't play with chance, bro. Greg, do not take a chance here. All right, this might be our only gateway to a trophy this year.
Most likely.
If yeah, if we play with mostly starters, and I can see us walking away with a 2-0, 3-0 win.
There's no way it's 0. I feel like we're gonna win 3-1. We're gonna win 3-1.
Yeah.
Somebody like one of the big boys, like a Kuipers, is gonna score, but then like somebody kind of like a mid-range player is gonna ball out, like a Haile Selassie.
Yeah.
You know?
We might have Guti actually wake up and be like, "Oh my God, I'm playing."
Yeah, goals from Kuipers, Guti, and Haile Selassie. That's what I'm
Yep.
calling. So we are gluttons this week because after the Detroit game, we also get a home game. We get an afternoon, a 1:30 in the afternoon game, and we all remember what happened the last time there was a 1:30 in the afternoon game, don't we?
Yeah, the God was on our side that day.
The Kellen Acosta wind-assisted goal, which was phenomenal. But so it's family day, which that'll be annoying.
Yeah, I gave you a look like, how is that annoying?
How's that annoying? I'm trying to kick it. There's gonna be kids everywhere.
Oh, God forbid you gotta refrain from smoking weed in the parking lot in front of kids.
Hell no. Just go further away. You don't refrain.
God
Get outta
forbid,
here.
one of the dads be like, "Hey, see kids, don't be like that guy." Type of thing.
Yeah.
Look what happens when you take drugs.
Hey, don't. Why would you tell your kids not to be awesome? Dude,
Right,
you won't even
that's awesome.
you won't even bring your kid to hang out at the tailgate, the regular tailgate.
Oh.
This is not even like the debauchery tailgate.
Do you remember the old Dare commercials or the the old like the drug
Oh yeah,
anti-drug cart- They always had like some fucking wolf guy or some wolf cartoon like the drug dealer or something like that.
Does your head hurt? I got something for that, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, man, it's a good time. You should bring the young in. Let him experience all of football.
Well, keep in mind, like when I bring my kid, I get there just in time for us to go to find our seats, get something to eat, and then sit in our, like we don't even go for the tailgates or anything like that. And I park in the north lot too. I park in the north garage. So,
oh, for real? I didn't know that. I thought you were in the south lot.
I don't. Nah, hell no. I park in the north garage, bro. I just.
If I ever, actually, dude, see, you need to come early. You have to now. I forgot to tell you. Violet is making me drive to the next Soldier Field game. So we'll be parked in the Waldron deck, ready to kick it.
Oh, Jesus. Why is she making you drive to Soldier Field?
Because it takes so long to get home. Because, like, it takes about an hour and so to get home with the bus and the
welcome
train.
to Chicago.
Yeah, well.
Welcome to Chicago.
Well, what? It'd take 25 minutes to get home if I drove, you know what I mean?
Oh, man. Now I know you're from Peoria, man.
Dude, I live 15 minutes from anywhere you want or don't want to be in the city.
No, you're actually, see, you're in a very interesting position because, like, if Joe Mansueto buys that plot of land in that Sterling, whatever, the Lincoln Yards.
We walking, baby.
Yeah.
We walking.
I'm saying, it's like a win-win, man. You could just walk your ass to the field, walk to the game, walk back.
Yeah,
stop on the way to get some tacos or something. I don't know.
We all know how I feel. I feel like you need to try
I
and
would love to go to Lincoln Yards. If Joe Mansueto can convince the ownership of Lincoln Yards to sell him the lot of land for he can, build to the stadium, I will love that. Like, I'd rather have that than go hang out in the other side of downtown. Like, that's horrible to get to.
Selfishly, if we build another stadium, I want it to be in Lincoln Yards, but like, come on, man, that's some tight. Those are some tight roads over yonder.
I get that, and I guess if you were to build the stadium on that, well, I don't even know what to call it. 79 for whatever it's called. I don't even know.
That's the 70. Yeah, lot 79. That's where it most likely is going to be. Isn't that just south of Soldier Field?
I literally thought it actually meant 79th Street. I'm like, what?
Oh.
What are we? I'm like, what are we doing? No. So yeah, this lot 79. It will be a nice backdrop, with the stadium in downtown Chicago right behind it, literally. So, but again, I hope if we can make Lincoln, if we can make Lincoln Yards happen too, like, I'll be just as excited,
God, walking.
I know
the
you
games.
will be excited.
Oh my God, walking the games. It'd be like Luton. Anyway, so are we worried about Atlanta? I mean, I am only because it's after the Detroit game that I want to go balls to the wall.
We're gonna be rotating. We're gonna be rotating a lot on that Saturday game, and I don't blame. And I think this is the time where you have to prioritize what's more important. U.S. Open Cup, MLS, League Cup. Apparently,
we're not in Leagues Cup.
We're not.
No, that's why we're in Open Cup.
Oh, good.
We're
Thank
in the
God.
NIT.
So. Yeah, good. So okay, then you know what? Hey, cool. We just do U.S. Open Cup. I mean, maybe put a little bit more priority to that. So like, Greg, I hope you're not taking chances with our lineup. Like,
he's gonna take some.
We can win. He's gonna take some, but keep in mind we could also win games away apparently in MLS. So
why win at home? Fuck it.
Yeah, be that weird
losers.
Team that wins away.
We're winning everywhere else. No, what's funny is we've already come like all of last season. I think there was only 2 games total where the second half they were coming towards the section, and they've done it like every time this year. And of course, we haven't won a game and haven't been able to go nuts.
Oh my God, I'm waiting for a Tom Barlow game winner.
Tom Barlow game winner. Oh, there was a Konor no soccer sighting.
Yeah, that was He came out like a Pokemon.
Anyway, all right. So, are we worried about LL Cool J? I forget the guy's name. The guy from Atlanta.
What?
Lefty Lofus. I don't remember his name, man.
I don't know these Atlanta players, bro.
I think he's cooled off. Almiron's on the team again, which should be fun. I don't know, man.
You would think. I think didn't Atlanta went crazy and spend so much money that it's all paying off right now in terms of like how crappy their season's been so far.
Well, they are in 13th. Which is 2 places behind us.
And they spent didn't they spend like $20 or $30 million on players or something?
Well, yeah, because they bought Almiron for over 10, and then they bought the guy whose name I cannot remember for 20 mil.
So basically, the Fire have a better record in them.
Yes they do. Yes they do. Yes they do.
I gotta see. Yeah, let me see the roster. Like
this is a 2-2. This is a 2-2 draw. This is a 2-2 draw every day, all day.
I can see that.
And twice on
Sunday. See that.
What do you think? You think 2-2?
I think I could see a 2-2. Let's see, Togashi. No, it's not. That's not the guy you're talking about, right?
No, he's the striker. He's got a double last name.
Double S name. Laf.
Yeah, Loftus Lot or something. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, Latte Lof.
Latte Lof. That's it. That perfect. Yes. Anyway, he might eat cups alive, a 16-year-old, but who knows?
Yeah, 5 goals and 1 assist. I mean, he's no Hugo Kuipers, but he's still close.
God, Hugo, man. I can't.
We should try to get Hugo. We should literally try to get Hugo a 20+ season this year.
He's gonna hit 20, dude.
Yeah,
dude. I was just gonna comment. Look at you. You're smiling. Look at me. I'm smiling. Was there ever a segment that we did on the Fire all of last season on the podcast that we were smiling? No,
we were cursing out. We were cursing out Frank Klopas half the time.
I know. That was our brand. But, like, Dude, there is something so different about Chicago that it's so exciting. Like, you can just hear it. Like, I'm so excited to go tomorrow. I'm so excited about Saturday. It's a day game, dude. Like, oh my God.
I hope that I want to play Nashville again. I literally want like a revenge tour. Like I want
Ooh. If they're like the 2nd seed and we're like the 7th seed and
not
we
even.
knock
I
them
want to see
out of the playoff.
like Greg, you cannot let your understudy beat the crap out of you. Like you literally had to like wake up and be like, you know what? I'm gonna show this guy some tricks I didn't bother teaching him. And win us the game. You know, I want to see you beat Nashville next time when they come back to Chicago.
Oh yeah, because it's not that many weeks. Like, well, not that many games, but it is. I want
to see the Fire beat the crap out of Columbus when they come back to Chicago.
That's a tall order,
I mean,
dog.
hey, we said the same thing about all these teams we played away. Oh yeah, we're playing Vancouver. That's a tall order. We're playing Dallas. That's a tall order. You know, I'm not gonna say Toronto because Toronto is just trash right now. But
well,
besides the point.
Toronto has been trash for so many years. It's been kind of sad. Like, oh crap, hold on. Columbus is in first in the East. I mean, one of the stupidest things I have ever said on the internet was the Philadelphia party is over. They are trash. And they are in second place.
You mentioned Columbus and he fucking
I know, it's like Baba Yaga. I said his name and he
Baba
appeared.
Yaga, Candyman over here. Oh yeah, Columbus. Oh my God, we're gonna be number 1. And oh my God, we're gonna get bounced off the playoff again.
Nah, I never know when to jump in and mess with you motherfuckers because I never know when you're recording.
There you go.
Well, now is the time. We're on our way out. There was no Jaymes this week, but you did get a Konor Knows Soccer sighting, which is fun.
Yep.
So how's first place?
Jersey.
How you doing, dog?
we just chilling. We got Philadelphia this week. So
who'd you lose to? Hold on. Why is Columbus this fucking good again? 7 wins, 3 draws, 1 loss.
The only loss was the Miami game.
Ooh.
Oh damn.
And if that game was in Columbus, it would have been a draw.
Oh,
now Miami.
Yeah, right.
Now, believe it or not, in 4th place, Miami also has only lost 1 game. They have less losses than Philly and Cincy.
Didn't they just lose recently too, Miami?
I think they did. I think you're right. Well, I know over
They
the
lost to
weekend, didn't
Miami.
Suarez score
no,
late to still like tie the game? I can't remember.
Oh, they got their asses kicked by Vancouver and Miami. That's what I'm thinking of.
Vancouver, still first place. Vancouver. Oh my God! Holy sh! Have you seen what's going on in the West? Have you seen what's going on in the West? We got Vancouver. Hold on. Vancouver, Minnesota, Portland, San Diego, LAFC, Austin, Seattle, Colorado, and FC Dallas are your playoff teams.
You know what this means? Like, this might be the season where you might not have an LA gap. You might not see both LA teams up top. You're not going to see St. Louis bullshit their way in anymore.
No, my buddy's Seattle. A big St. Louis guy. He's informed me of their struggles and their torment.
Look at Seattle. Seattle's in 7th place. You would think that Seattle would be in the top 4 at least.
Well, it's not.
Have you guys seen Columbus's schedule from like this week?
We don't waste our time looking at Columbus's schedule, bro. We're not. We don't really care who Columbus plays. They could play freaking Real Madrid, and I still wouldn't care.
Well, wait. So they got Philly and then Montreal, Cincinnati, Charlotte. Okay, so they got a murderer's row coming up. Actually, he's right. They got Philly, and then they get the gimme game, Montreal. Then you got Cincy. Fuck, where'd
and then you got to go to Charlotte. Then you got to go to Charlotte.
Yep. Then you got to go to Charlotte.
Then you got to go face Nashville.
And then Miami again.
Then Messi's gonna cook their asses again in Miami.
And then Vancouver. Dude,
Vancouver.
You ain't getting no rest for the wicked, man.
You might not be in first place. I'm just gonna call it, but I mean,
They're still.
I don't know, man.
They're still a good team.
Yeah.
They're still a good
They're still
goddamn
they're
team.
still a good team.
Connor, why is
that's
your
gonna be-
profile? Hold on. Why is your profile picture have a twisted T?
That's dude. You're not. I'm not even gonna say anything. I don't know what your rules are in your state, bro. But
I'll be 22 at the end of July.
Oh,
Fuck, I thought
the
you were
young
like
man
19,
is of
bro.
age.
I don't know. I
Huh?
thought he was like 19 or something, man.
I thought he was like
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
But he looks so happy in that profile picture. It looks like that was like the first drink ever or something, It might have been the first time he was able to buy a beer without being carded. Good times.
Do you all remember the meme of where Twisted Tea helped racial harmony?
Absolutely not, man. Absolutely not. Don't bring me no controversial shit here, man.
Oh no, just some guy got said some wrong things and then got obliterated by a Twisted Tea. It was pretty phenomenal. I'll have to send it to you.
Oh,
and then once we start talking about memes, I think that's about the time the show ended.
Yeah.
Connor, thank you for sneaking in here. We got to get you in for some actual analysis and thought and comments and actually see your handsome face. Look at him. He's hidden behind a
I want to see him hype up Columbus again, and then just to see Columbus fall flat on their faces.
Oh my God!
Like
you got like 8
Don't-
months before that happens.
Oh my God, man!
forget,
We're gonna beat Miami. We're gonna beat Miami.
We got the Gold Cup coming up in June.
Oh my
yeah,
God!
yeah,
Who
you're gonna
cares?
see.
Who cares?
Hey, are you guys? Is Columbus playing a U.S. Open Cup match tomorrow?
No, they're in Leagues Cup.
Oh yeah, they're in Leagues Cup.
Yeah, they're
Our
good.
second team made it to like the third round.
Oh, nice. Yeah, there was some games today I wanted to watch, but then I also wanted to watch Champions.
There's some games right now. It's who's playing right now?
Hella people are playing right now.
Yeah, so DC United beat Charleston Battery. Wow, that team's still around. North Carolina, Charlotte beat the crap out of North Carolina FC 4-1. Nashville barely
That
got
game was
by.
2-1 when I turned it off.
Yeah, it's 4-1. It was 4-1. It was 4. It became 4-1 after extra time. So Charlotte decided to play soccer. Nashville beat Chattanooga 1-0. New York Red Bulls is beating the crap out of Colorado Springs. Tacoma Defiance Portland Timbers is beating Tacoma Defiance.
Oh my God!
1-0.
So you're telling me there's not a single upset, which means
No.
our game is gonna be the absolute fucking. That's gonna be the upset game.
Is that game in Detroit?
No, Chicago.
It's here in Chicago.
No, not even Chicago. It's
Sunny
Bridgeview, our old
Bridgeview,
state.
Illinois.
Yeah. So
If
tomorrow,
that game was if that game was in Detroit, if I was a Chicago fan and that game was in Detroit, I wouldn't even watch that game.
quit hyping up Detroit, bro. That team, they have literally said they're too good for MLS. They're too good to go to the big people table. That's why their ass is sitting on the little kids table. So,
Well, you know what's going to end up happening?
What?
The Austin fans are going to drive Precourt out of Austin, and then he's going to end up going to Detroit and starting an expansion team there.
Oh my God!
It's funny. I want to see that, and I want to see all those idiots that said Detroit doesn't need an MLS team. And just as like that,
I
just
like grassroots movements, and I do not stand by any of these statements.
Look what happened to San Diego, bro. Look what happened to San Diego.
What happened to San Diego? They're scoring goals. Oh, the Loyal. Yeah, you're
the
right.
USL team was all hype. And then when MLS came to town,
Was that really did they really have the kind of motion somebody like Sacramento or Oakland or Indy or even Detroit have had? I doubt it. I don't feel like San Diego had that kind of motion.
so you got a lot of old school teams here. You got Pittsburgh.
Oh my God.
Riverhounds.
Shout out to the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, baby. Raw!
Against New York City FC. Wow. You got Louisville City FC against Minnesota. Philadelphia Union against Indy 11.
Calling it now, Rhode Island is
literally.
beating New England.
Rhode Island. Yeah, Rhode Island. Like legit just Rhode Island versus New England Revolution.
The whole state.
Tampa Bay Rowdies against Orlando City. Talk
Oh,
about OG.
Orlando's gonna kick the crap out of Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay shit.
Man, bro.
Louisville's
only James
beating
can hear you.
Minnesota. Louisville's beating Minnesota, and Rhode Island's beating New England. That's your upsets tomorrow.
Wait, hold on. FC Dallas versus AV Alta. I don't even know who that is.
AV Ulta, aren't they like a League One team?
I don't watch USL. St. Louis City versus Union Omaha. I hate that team. Was that the team that beat us at one time, Toke?
Yes. Union Omaha
Yeah,
would be the team that we were speaking of earlier with all of the bad blood and such.
Yeah, I hate that team. Austin FC versus El Paso Locomotive.
Let's go El Paso Locomotive till I die.
Hold on. This is going to be a good game. Phoenix Rising FC versus Houston Dynamo. All right, and Phoenix is actually not a bad USL team. If there was a need for a Phoenix MLS team, it could be happen. They can make it happen.
There's never need
and
for
of course,
anything from Phoenix.
San Jose Earthquakes. The last game is going to be San Jose Earthquakes versus Sacramento Republic FC.
Well, how the mighty have fallen. Talk about looking like a fool. San Jose won their first 4 games, have yet to win a game since. They've lost 6 of 7.
So what you're telling me is that we might see an upset tomorrow.
Oh my God, yes. Yes. But I'm telling you,
you might see at Sacramento.
The lock. Take it to the bank. Rhode Island is beating New England, and Louisville is beating Minnesota.
So now I got to look.
Connor, you got an upset for tomorrow?
Okay, I got a couple actually.
Oh shit! Here we go.
Don't get booed.
Rhode Island over New England. Damn. Minnesota over Louisville.
That's an upset.
No, Louisville over Minnesota.
Epic shit talking, Connor.
Yeah. I was like, man, that's an upset. Man, Minnesota struggles that bad. All right, go ahead. What else you got, Connor? He's gonna fucking say it.
He wants to say it so bad.
I'm trying to think. In the past, did Greg Berhalter take Open Cup seriously?
Doesn't matter. He has to now.
Doesn't matter. He has to.
Yeah, it's a rite of passage here in Chicago, and if you don't, you get tarred and feathered, basically.
We want to be the first MLS team with 6 U.S. Open Cups. Right now, we're like tied.
That would be
5.
the first team ever, too, because I think like we're tied now with Seattle, and we're tied with wasn't it like the Bavarians or some crazy fucking team from like the 1900s?
Yeah. So,
I guess if the game was in Detroit, I would say Detroit. But since it's being in Bridgeview, I got to give the edge to Chicago there. I want to go bold and say AV Ulta over Dallas.
Love it. You love to see it, baby.
Looking where AV Ulta is in League One.
I'm telling you, Phoenix Rising, bro. You're sleeping on that.
Who does Phoenix play? Okay. Who does Phoenix play?
Houston.
Houston.
All right. Well, Phoenix over Houston and Sacramento over San Jose.
What?
Absolutely
in San Jose?
Beautiful.
Yeah, that was. You know what? Yeah.
I almost want everyone but us to be upset tomorrow. Like, it would be beautiful.
If we win tomorrow, do we get to face Union Omaha again? Because
it's very possible we take on the winner of St. Louis Omaha, which I like our chances against either.
You want to know something that I just realized?
What?
Peeling fleshes from Omaha? No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, roots in Omaha.
If Greg Berhalter fucks around and wins the U.S. Open Cup, the Chicago Fire are in the first round of CONCACAF Champions Cup next season.
You know what that means, bro? We're going to Central America.
Oh yeah, Enemies of the Fire. Enemies of the Fire on tour, baby. We are in Costa Rica. We are in Jamaica.
I said Honduras.
Antigua and Barbuda.
If they play against a team in Honduras, I'm going to Honduras.
Dude.
And I'm going to be rocking.
It would be hilarious if Chicago wins the Open Cup and then they draw a team from Honduras away in the first
I'm
leg.
going.
Yeah,
I'm going.
DPG will be there.
I'm going.
And it'll be next year, so hopefully they'll let him back in. Anyway. In all seriousness, man, like, that would be so rad. We haven't been in the fucking champion. Like, just, I want it so badly. Anyway, speaking of badly, we badly need to get out of here. We ran long.
Yep.
We had such a tight episode, and then Konor was like, nah, dog, let's talk about the U.S. Open Cup.
Let me flex my Columbus Crew muscles.
Anyway, Konor, thanks for dropping in. For DPG, I have been FC Neo Tokyo. Like, subscribe, and comment, and all that shit. If you have made it this far, we absolutely love you. And help us get to 500 subscribers. It'll be lit. It'll be great. I don't know what we'll do. We'll do something. We'll think of something. Anyway, peace out, everybody.